Hello lads and lassies and welcome back to my channel as I'm Mr. Mayhem. Today we will be going over what I watched for the month of January 2024. Now before we get into this, if you do enjoy this, remember to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe for more. You can support me on Patreon, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, links in the description. Now I will preface, there's nowhere near as much as there was the last 6 months. Mainly because I had this thing where I wanted to try and watch a film a day. Just because I wanted to, but I decided not to do that this year because it kind of ruined my enjoyment of films. So there's not that much this month. So yeah. On the 2nd, I started off the year by watching Pacific Rim with Callum, rewatching it. One of my favourites, just so much fun, and the effects still hold up to this day. It's a 5. Then in the evening, we watched The Banshees of Inisherin for the first time. It was very, very good. Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson are fantastic, and Martin McDonagh is just a really, really great director. 4 stars. Then on the 5th, I rewatched Prey with Callum. The 4K looks pretty good. The film itself is absolutely fantastic. Probably my favourite Predator film. 5 stars, just incredible. Then I rewatched the original Godzilla for the first time. For the first time I rewatched it with Callum. He hadn't seen it. And I found it to be a bit boring. I can see why. Like, don't get me wrong, I respect it, but for me, it's a bit goofy. Godzilla looks very goofy, and I just found it to be a bit boring, but I respect it for what it is, so it's a 3 star. I understand its impact, and if you love it, that's awesome, but to me, it was okay. Then, on the 10th, I watched Echo, the new Marvel show. It wasn't very good. The MCU stuff now is just not very good. 2.5. Daredevil was there for like 2 seconds. He was literally there for a cameo. The fight scene felt so corporate. Not for me. 2.5. Then on the 12th, I saw Poor Things. I didn't really like it. I respect it. I think the actual production design, the filmmaking, the acting is just superb. But for me, it felt its runtime, and I just did not enjoy it that much. 2.5. I don't think I'd ever watch it again. Then in the evening, I rewatched Oppenheimer with Callum for the 7th time. Just, the 4K for this is utterly stunning, and the film itself is just, it was one of my favourites of last year. Just absolutely incredible stuff. 5 stars. Then on the 13th, I watched The Killing of a Sacred Deer for the first time and loved it. I thought the kind of deadpan delivery of everything was a bit jarring to begin with, but once you kind of get into it, oh my god, the film itself is incredible. Barry Keoghan is amazing. It takes it a little bit to get going, but after that, it's just, so good. Definitely my favourite Yorgos film, even though I've only seen 3. So that's a 4.5. Then on the 20th, I rewatched Scary Movie for the first time with Callum. I found it... there was a lot less fart jokes than I thought there would be. I enjoyed it for what it was. It's not good. It is not good. It is shite. But it's kind of enjoyable shite. 1.5, just terrible. But there were a few decent jokes and running gags. Then I rewatched Cobweb for the first time since cinemas and showed Callum it. If you remember, I didn't like Cobweb that much when I first saw it. I really enjoyed it this time. I thought it was quite good. Now that I know what it is, I tend to have that a lot with films. Not like when I go in with expecting one thing, come out the other. Now that I know what it is, I really enjoyed it. So it's gone up from a 2.5 to a 3.5. Then in the evening of the 20th, we rewatched 2001: A Space Odyssey. That's one of the best 4Ks I've ever seen. Utterly, utterly gorgeous, gorgeous 4K. Film itself is really good. The middle part's my favorite. The end, the last half hour is just, 4 stars. Then on the 27th, me and Callum watched 50 Shades of Grey. It was fucking awful. The dialogue is so awful, but we found ourselves laughing and making fun of it. And we're going to go through the whole trilogy, so stay tuned for that, but not good. 1 star. Then in the evening, Callum showed me Don't Look Up. I found it frustrating and funny. I didn't love it. I thought it was decent. I can see why people are so split on it, but yeah, it was alright. 3 stars. Then, on the 30th, the last day I watched something, I actually went to the cinema on my own for the first time this year and saw some stuff. I've been kind of feeling burnt out on the cinema recently. I think that's because I went like 50? Oh, excuse me. I went like 154, 55 times last year. A lot in the second half. So I kind of got burnt out. But there was an unlimited screening I wanted to see, which is where you can see the film early, and we got to see the film 10 days early. That's the last film. I'll go over it in a minute. But the first film I saw was All of Us Strangers with Paul Mescal and Andrew Scott. This film was very sad, just very sad to see. And if you know what happens, it's just really, really sad. The performances are absolutely top notch, fantastic cinematography. 4 stars. Then I saw The Holdovers. This one I'd heard a lot of hype for. It's on everyone's top of the year list for last year because we get it over here, so I'll be putting it on this year's list for me. And I think that hype kind of ruined it for me because I didn't find it as funny or as wholesome as I thought I would. Now, this could be just a cobweb case where I go in next time and I actually really enjoy it. I thought it was good. I liked that it was kind of shot on film. It has that old school film look. There were some decent jokes. The acting was great, but to me, it just didn't really. There wasn't much of a punch there for me. So 3.5. I will see it again, but now this is the film I originally went into the cinema to see, and this is a film that I've been excited for a while. And America got it last month. We only got it. Well, actually, we don't have it yet. We won't get it until the 9th. But over here we have Cineworld, and if you're an unlimited member where you can see as many movies as you want, blah blah blah, you sometimes get early screenings, and we got to see this 10 days early. I went in to see The Iron Claw, and this is the last thing I watched in January. This film was utterly fantastic. I adored it. It's my favorite film of the year so far. Only, wait, hang on. Oh fuck, I completely skipped over a film. Well, I'm going to come back to The Iron Claw. I'm sorry, I loved it, but yeah. I forgot to say, on the 24th, I watched Society of the Snow, which was incredible. It was so good. Just emotional, powerful, just the set piece at the start, and just everything about it was just utterly incredible, honestly. Like, just so heartbreaking. And now back to more heartbreaking. The Iron Claw, yes, I loved it. This is a film I've been excited for a while. America got it last year. I'm putting it again on this year's list. And it's my favourite film of the year so far. I mean, that's not much to say, it's just January, but it's going to take a lot to beat this. It was powerful, emotional, heartbreaking, like sickening, just... Oh, I absolutely adore this film. The direction, the performances, and the way the film is structured. It's the first film in a while that, after the fact, I'd start to think about it and I had a little cry. Like, it's just... Oh, if you have not seen The Iron Claw, I highly encourage you to go see it. Zac Efron's best performance. Everyone in there is just incredible. And... oh my god, the last shot or sequence of the film. Oh, the last 5 minutes are just... Go and see it. It's a 5 if you couldn't guess. I absolutely adore this film. It's my favourite of the year and my favourite thing I watched this month. But yeah, sorry for the fuck up there. Skipped something over my letterbox, but yeah. Let me know what your favourite thing of this month was that you watched. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you do enjoy this, remember to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe for more. You can support me on Patreon, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, links in the description. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers!